And good morning. And fucking goddamn it. Game crashed. I don't know what it is, but the game like has such an affinity for crashing. Sometimes when you alt tab, it's so weird. Well, okay. I think we are on the home stretch now. I don't know really how long this game is, but I have a feeling we are drawing close to the end. So let us see where it takes us. Oh yeah, come on, there we go. I may have also hopped in and did some stray achievements since last time. Actually did quite a few of them. Now I'm only missing 7, so that's quite nice. Alright, let us continue. To the skies. Just checking if there are any points of interest. Oh. The fucking true Nightwings are here. Your wagon reels from the impact of some sort of massive object slamming into it mid-flight. False Nightwings. Horlek calls down to all of you from atop his wagon. Again, you seek to climb that accursed mountain beneath us. Again, you seek to take my rightful place. I should send you crashing down to it, that you might fall as I have. He stares down at all of you. But I shall not. Rather, we shall meet upon the summit, ere the last cycle of the rites is ended. Until then. Alright. What a charming motherfucker. Okay, I think we're gonna go with the cistern, since I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use Bertrude. The coming right here. You make landing on the sacred Mount Alodile after your encounter with Orlok. Orlok spoke the truth. He was right to gain the summit. When the time comes, Celeste shall deem him worthy, and shall let him pass. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. While he has transgressed against the rites, he has also already been anointed and prevailed. Nothing is written in the book on this, and liberty ought already be his. For the time, it seems that he has not yet traveled to the summit. Perhaps he is still making preparations with his fellow exiles. When exactly Orlok intends to make good on his promise, he did not make clear. For now, you are to confront Udmild and the Withdrawn upon the summit. But first, you may prepare. Later that afternoon, you accompany Bertrude through the sheer cliffs of the temple's cistern to the monument of Underking Ors. We do not fear ye, ancient gods. Ye who cannot even keep the stars illuminated in the dark. We do not fear what is to come. We do not fear for our companions. We do not fear for our adversaries. We do not fear the Commonwealth or fear for it. And we do not fear for us. You return to the wagon after she is finished paying her respects. The summit awaits, but first there is time to continue practicing your vocations. Ooh, nice. +3 glory. Hell yeah. I do have that thing as well, so I could use that to get more enlightenment, but I don't think there is... I guess I could use it on Bertrude. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much of a point to leave it to say Wolfred, because he is still really far away. I guess the question is if I want to give it to Bay, for instance. His heightened reflex would be very much helpful. So even if I give it to Sir Gilman, he will still need 60 enlightenment in order to rank up. Suppose maybe we can forage for resources. Source of enlightenment or what did Falco Ron values? Alright, I say we go over there then. Alright, we got old runes. And yeah, nothing. So just continue our journey. Onwards to the Scribe's Gate. Oh. Ah, there's the messenger imp. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side manages to track down your wagon in the ancient formations of Mount Aladile. The imp's latest information is about none other than Tiso, who you liberated at the fall of Solium. Everybody says he's the first creature of his kind to come to the Commonwealth. While this unique status brought Tiso no shortage of prestige, he nonetheless experienced difficulty acclimating to the new environment. It seems that he grew quite despondent. Then at last he managed to track down Wolfred's agents, with whom he is working to find a means to bring more exiles home. Thus has the revolution grown stronger. He also left for you a special verbal message via his most trusted messenger, who rears up and intones, "Scream!" Tiso wants you to know he is doing well, but misses you, and hopes to see you again. Aww.
Little Tizo. So adorable. You thank the messenger imp for the report, and ask that it relay your kind regards. Your companions soon begin to talk in turn. You did it, little one. You'd scarce believe how long our Tizo toiled here in service of the Nightwings. He deserves his peace more than all of us. I'm so happy for him. I wish I could have had a friend like him when I was there.
Very, very bright, that one. Would have served well as our familiar. Perhaps someday, yet it shall be so.
Oft is it said that good things come in small packages, and Tiso stood as living proof. And living he remains, apparently.
I guess this makes him expatriate. Expatriate. Oh, yeah. I guess this makes him an expatriate of sorts, ditching his downside home in favor of the Commonwealth. Who would have thought?
I shall look forward to our next reunion, Tiso. Perhaps when we are back among the stars.
The news of Tiso's adventures in the Commonwealth fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Your companions gain +1 hope for the next rite. Wonderful. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm gonna have me some coffee here. This will just take a second. Okay. You have returned once more to Scribe's Gate, where the Gate Guardian awaits under a dim sky. The exiles of the Nightwings, and you, Pyre. This is to be one of our final meetings. Greetings, Celeste. The Nightwings have prepared, and afterwards, I would have words with you, in private, if you please. My, Tariq. Are you angling for a cuddle session? It seems to me rather late for words now, Tariq. But I shall hear them once your charges cross the gate. Ooh. He's into it. Now, all of you, come forth. Please state your names and what it is you seek whilst crossing the Scribe's Gate. Once more, your companions cross the gate, one after another. And once more, you follow them in turn. Celeste regards you all and waves you through for the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? I, Celeste. You may rejoin the others in a while. For now, I would hear those words of yours. Certainly, Celeste. It's almost a bummer for Heather that she's not here now. Everyone, I shall see you shortly.
The plains that sleep To the canyons open wide, hear the song of gentle morning, o'er the lost and lonesome bride, on the hill.
All right. Hopefully a few times that we see somebody in the black wagon now that we can talk to. Alright, let's go talk to Falcon Run then. Oh, hey guys, it's gotten real cold again up here, but it's worth it, let me tell you. Got a lot of customers been stopping by. Okay, I may have been exaggerating just a little since I've been waiting here a little while, I guess, but are you buying anything? Oh, Jesus. I'll definitely sell that. Downberry, of course. Oh yeah. Apparently this is a way to get an achievement. Here we go. Big spender. Spend 1,000 soul in the slot market. Easy. Man, I don't know if I want anything in particular. Alright, I guess I can get the Fortified Moon Serum, and I should probably make sure to actually use these now. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get Scribe Snuff as well. Oh, nice. That's one of them Scribe Snuff things there, huh? One dab of those little guys and you'll be like, whoa, know what I mean? They're pretty popular, but I got my connections, and they got their connections, and they got their connections. And they got plenty more of those. So just come and see me and Dad here later on. We ought to have one back in stock. I feel like that voice line was... Yeah, would have made more sense if he said that back when he only had one. Hi, Xerox. How you doing? Welcome back to Silly Voices. There is also an achievement to use one of these things. Okay. And now we suddenly reveal a bunch of pages. Could be better at you. I'm doing pretty decently, although my eyes are a bit fucked up again. But, oh well. Anyway, what's happening with you? That is if you want to talk about it, you don't have to. Period, sickness, plus horrible sleep. Ah. I see, yeah. Yeah, my sleep was a bit meh as well. Like, I fell asleep and then I, like, woke up, like, way early and was awake for, like, 2 hours. So that was less than ideal. Luckily, I didn't have any period of sickness to worry about. Well, I guess sickness could be attributed to, like, my eyes being fucked again, but whatever. I'm sure the period is the main thing that's fucking you. I'm thinking we might return Hamatha here. Yeah, for the most part, the rest is a different thing. Yeah. I was wondering if I should use a snuff now, but maybe I'll... I don't know if there's any of these choices that I regret. And now I'm once again looking into Blender, and now Nomad Skulls. Oh wow. Blender time, baby. Are you gonna transition into full-on 3D models? Because that shit is rough. Maybe I'll just keep the snuff now, but I do need to upgrade something here. If I'm gonna free Hamatha, I don't feel like it's worth it to use presence on her. Well, let's use Hope on Gertrude, because her Hope is really low. Hi Heather, how you doing? Too bad you just missed like a implied saucy scene with Tariq and the Gate Guardian, where he simply was like, hey, do you have some time to be alone with me? And she actually agreed to it. Yeah. Now I'm sure the game just intends to imply that they just talk, but I like to believe something else. I don't think I really want to change any of these. don't think presence really makes much sense on Gilman, considering that he's... The main point is just sneaking around with the orb. So I think maybe we'll go with Bay instead. Game without fucking what's the point? Indeed. To quote Powerwolf, the highest of commandments dictates to copulate. Now, do I want to change anything on Bay, maybe? No, her seem alright as well. But... I really can't think of any. All right. Delicious. That was quiet? Oh, I didn't actually... I heard it. I don't know if... I feel like there's like once per stream where the alerts just are not audible. I don't know if that was one of them. Alright, well, we'll do that. And she was the exact same ones. Jesus, that was loud. Weird, why isn't it showing the tooltip of some of these? Oh, okay, I guess it was... Yeah, okay, I think it was like overlapping. I could see like the button for that thing as well on the same, so. No, it's skull update on PC. Ah, bummer. Well, I think we are gonna get Stardust there. See you later, Falcon Ron. We get some more pages. Really? I got this one now? Slug Muggets? Again, I feel like some of these pages I've gotten completely at like the wrong points. And I don't know why, like... It's like, oh yeah, let me tell you about Slug Muggets. It's like, oh, you mean the thing that I've been interacting with for a long-ass time? Okay, well. There are natives in this land with some capacity for thought, and all the keen instincts for the mercantile? I guess it's mercantile, since there's no H. Hi, Howler. How you doing? I'd like to have a remote for my blinds. I think you would like a remote for everything. I feel like you would like a smart house. Choco. Well, you can't have my coffee, Choco. It's all mine. Delicious. You're wrong, but yes.
I'm about to bust.
Ball. From time to time, we make exchange with them. We lust for coins, for the Imperial soul. But why? They do not say. We speculate it is a delicacy. It serves us little purpose here, whilst the stock market wares are sometimes valuable. The creatures appear to drawn to places where the heavens shine the brightest. Perhaps because they know we are as well. What they want, exactly, is unclear. We taught them of our lands, yet they remain preoccupied with simpler things. Propane and propane accessories. Yeah, I can't... my Hank Hill impression could use some work. Indigenous imps. Special mention must be given to the downside's most prolific native creature, which we call the imp. With all respects to our comrade Haub, an imp himself, possessing of extraordinary intellect, most imps are driven by the simplest impulses to eat, to drink, to procreate, to move, and to survive. So just like humans then. These creatures then are symbols of this place. They are far more resilient than they seem. Though wild by their nature, they, like all of us, can learn. Haub insists that imps are willing to be put to work. Like other aspects of the downside, they wish more than to exist, but to exist with purpose. Wonderful. Downside talismans. Again, this feels like I should have had this earlier. Survival often is conflated with the physical. When we think of survival, we assume the need to sustain our bodies or improve our bodies. The strong survive. But, and take it from an alpha chief, there are different kinds of strength. The spirit is what drives us. By comparison, the body's impulses are weak. Here in the downside, faith is found in limited supply. Trinkets and mere baubles that would barely fetch a price in our homeland, here are talismans. Seek talismans that mean something to you. Hold on to one you hold dear. It shall reward you with reminders of your faith, your power, your potential. Alright. And I think it's time. It's time for the liberation rite. The time has come again to deliver one of your fellow exiles to a homecoming in the Commonwealth. Lest your adversaries, the withdrawn, achieve the same instead. The lone minstrel has returned from his courting session. And approaches as you await the signal from the stars. There is something I wish to ask you, reader. Something which, ordinarily, would not be my place to discuss in any detail. Is he about to ask for a threesome? You have observed the stars. If you would not mind my asking you in such a direct manner, how many liberation rites are you supposing yet remain? Well, that's the thing. It's never actually told me. Can we say that 2 remain, and then that means there's 2? Can we say that this is the last one, so it's gonna be the last one, or... Well, I guess that one implies that it's 1 as well. Yeah, maybe we can just say 2. Yeah, we'll say that, because Volfred's planet doesn't say anything. You tell him the only logical deduction which you have been able to make based on all of your readings of the stars of late, that there shall be one final liberation night, right after tonight. I concur with your evaluation, reader madam. I wish to make certain that you were aware, so that you and the Nightwings may yet make the most of your remaining time together. Thus, as to what happens once the final liberation rite is ended, we soon shall both find out. But lo, it seems that we are called upon once more. Look forward. It's time. Okay. Let's go.
Reader, I would ask that you think back for just a moment, if you please. When you first looked upon the Book of Rites, think back upon the words that it revealed. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oblige the voice that tells you more.
No.
Would that the scribes were here among us still. I would not sing your praises to them, rest assured. I trust that you shall savor this occasion. You shan't have to oblige me for much longer.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the withdrawn, come forth, now, and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bog dweller Udmilda appears from the shadows and reaches for a mask.
We are known to bewitch Udmil. Our adversaries, they are nothing to us, or the one we serve. Ye shall be devoured in the coming age, an age of strife, brought down by the fell wings and many unseeing eyes of Yeshlak, the Astralborn.
Oh, it's like me. You speak blasphemy upon the sacred site, Udmilda. If you value your liberty, then I suggest you cease your mocking of the scribes.
The scribes, they failed to stop Yeshlak. He shall rise again. As for ye Nightwings, ye are of no consequence in Yeshlak's grand design.
She dons a mask once more.
Soon we shall return unto the land which Yeshlak shall usurp, where we shall offer him our blood and that of many, many others.
Nightwings, your choice. In whose name shall you conduct this liberation rite? I wish you the wisdom of the scribes in making your choice, reader. And I wish you to come prepare our song with me, Tariq.
Whom shall you attempt to send home this time?
I think we're gonna send home Pam Pam. I'll bring that up to 70%. So 85, 90%. So max rank it would be guaranteed. I guess it always is like my top 3 most enlightened individuals. Gotta select Pamitha. So, I have to get my shot at all this. Then, how very thoughtful of you, reader darling.
Who shall be at her side?
Definitely Birchwood, I think. Yeah, that one's maxed out. I don't upgrade it anymore. Yeah, her setup seems alright.
Bertrude.
We go with Bertrude.
Then we shall do what is within our power for that one.
And now the question is, who do we go with our last one? As I can't help but think of a Pokemon when I read Gowamon, which is the brand of my drawing tablet. Gowamon also sounds like a Digimon. But it's been years and years since I watched that show, so I can't remember. It is! Haha! There we go. Ha! I knew it. I got that knowledge. I guess we could go with Sir Gelman. Or maybe I should roll with Wolfred. Because he should get a lot of enlightenment from it. Alright, we'll go with Wolfred. Let us prevail on this night for you, Pamitha, and for the good of our ailing nation.
With that out of the way,
Soon, yes, Lark. Very soon, we shall release thee. We shall release thee. And as for ye Night Wings, we have much in store for ye.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say, Sugar Plum.
commence.
Boom. Ah, fuck. Ah, you bitch. Well, hit that one, but it's okay. Boom!
There it is. Last.
Wow, that was easy.
Blasted Nightwings proved their worth. Rather convincingly, I must admit. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Know that this affront against Yaslak has been recorded, and his vengeance shall darken the skies.
Now, whatever you say, Udmilla. So, what am I supposed to give a speech or something then? Read it, darling. All of you, look. I have no idea why you picked me. Well, I do have one, but I don't think it's right. If you wanted to get rid of me by now, you needn't go to such lengths. And so, I'm left only to conclude you did this for me. The years I spent down here, in one sense, they have all been such a waste. Just utterly for nothing. Spectacularly so. I thought in my relationship with Tamitha had nowhere left to go but up. But, well, you know, not quite the case. But then, I think on what would have become of me had I made no attempt to set things right. Had I not done everything I have. I cannot have lived with that, I think. I was so certain my life would end down here. I'm only now beginning to consider that the opposite may have come true instead. What I'm trying to say is thanks to all of you. I mean that. Now, I guess I better head back to that damned Commonwealth. So, bottoms up. She plunges into the waters of the Shimmer Pool and disappears from view, though her voice still rings out. We'll have to see what we can do up there, provided that my sisters haven't had their way with it just yet. Anyway, let's find a way to keep in touch, but just in case, goodbye. And then she blows us a kiss.
Godspeed, Tamitha Thane. The cycle of the rites is nearly at an end.
Oh, come on, really? Are you kidding me? She needs 5 enlightenment for the next rank. Screw you, game. It's not a huge deal, but fuck. Fuck me, silly. Here I am now looking for a Pokemon I had as a child. What did it look like? You prevailed in the liberation against the withdrawn. Yeah, I thought it was a liberation right against the withdrawn. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Pamitha, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this.
She hath passed from this place, along with all their eccentricities.
May her absence spur us on to greater glory. You wonder who, if anyone, among you shall be next to go. Small, round, spiky. Ears red-black, yellow stomach. Might have been orange, or it could have been a Digimon. Spiky ears. Was it like a type of lizard, or like was it some sort of animal? The last of the stars still shines for us above. At this point, what is to become of our plan needn't be the subject of our speculation. I trust that we'll learn the outcome soon enough. Our actions to this point shall pave the way, perhaps our faith as well. So, let's for now focus on this. We stand upon the brink of the last turn of the cycle of the rites. Soon, we'll have a chance to get one of you home. Now, reader, after a little stargazing, let us see where in the downside we shall be returning for these final rites. Oh, just a round ball. Well, the shape of it anyway. Round ball, spiky ears. Could it be Quilladin? Number 651 in the Pokémon? Oh, it was Patamon. Oh. It's not a round ball. It's a version of a Digimon. Is it like the one that is like the form prior to Patamon? Ah, Tokamon. Could it be that one? I'll type it out in chat. You turn back toward the darkness. Look upon the last few stars, too stubborn to relinquish their light. God, no, jeez. Okay. Wait, so it wasn't Patamon? Because Patamon is traded. Oh well. I don't know. No idea. I don't know Digimon well enough. Alright. You just have one left. I think we might go to Hau. Just so that Faye can meet her boyfriend. Yeah, let's do it. Once more, you are to face the fate. Then, although I wonder... He hesitates before saying anything further. You cannot sense his thoughts. I apologize, I was lost in thought there for a moment. Let us make way for the cairn of hope, when everything is feeling more refreshed. As much as possible. I think I lost his voice there for a moment. Yeah. Let me reread that. I apologize. No, what? I was lost in thought there for a moment. Let us make way to the cairn of Ha'ub, when everyone is feeling more refreshed, as much as possible. Still doesn't feel right. Have I lost it? What? I might just be losing it mentally. On Legacy. Reader. Though you shall always bear a burden. It is much lighter than the burden of a lonesome exile. Go forth and become free. Then join with the others as you, and lead with mercy, continuing to demonstrate your worth, and knowing that the Empire's fall formed the foundation of our Commonwealth. You shall cease to be a reader and become a voice. A voice both to the free and to your successors here, who shall take up this book when you no longer need it. The cycle of the rights shall see to it that you and others like you shall be liberated, ere the coming of another age. May the stars shine ever brightly on us all. Almost like they like low-key predicted that this was gonna happen again. Following Pamitha's liberation, the Low Miser has returned to the wagon and stands as though nothing has happened here this night. He tilts his head a bit as you approach. Once more, the Nightwings have prevailed in the liberation rite under your mindfulness, reader. A commendable achievement. Surely Pamitha shall live out her days in gratitude to you and your companions. Perhaps she may now seek Ruki there, in your Commonwealth. I should think Rogi would have liked to witness what took place this night. I trust that together they shall make a formidable difference to the plan which all of you endeavor to achieve. Now, for the time, Celeste and I are to return to our respective stations. We shall await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. May you prevail once more when next we traverse Scribe's Gate. Until then, reader, rest well under the stars. He nods and leaves you to recover after a long night. Alright. It's time to go. It is daybreak. You are to set forth now for the cairn of Ha'ub, what appears to be the final time. Thereafter, you shall return here for one last exile's final chance, liberty. You traverse the skies one last time. Well, that's not true. Ow! What? Wait, what voice did I give this guy?
What was that?
You overhear Sir Deluge in a full-on panic as his fellow Worm Knights attempt to calm him down.
What do you mean? It was the Nightwings. We are not to face them in the coming ride again, are we?
At some point, he realizes your wagon is aloft beside his own.
You Nightwings! This night shall not forgive you this transgression. Once we prevail against whichever adversaries are doomed to face us next, then we shall come for you. Why must this knight be forced to fly so far above land and sea?
I guess he's getting flight sick.
Splatter.
Doesn't seem to be any more points of interest. So we just continue heading southward. All the way down. Splicksand or Shunt? I'm going to suggest a good supply of stardust may be found along this route. Guess this route is clear, so you should have some time to pursue your vocations. Okay, we'll go with the Shunt in that case. Alright, let's go searching. Ah, there you are, reader. Shall we get going then? You accompany the lone minstrel on an excursion through the dry flats of Shunt, where it seems the stars themselves recently shed some of their splendor. Collecting stardust is a laborious and delicate process, though some find it rather meditative. In time you have gathered a good supply of the stuff, and return together to rejoin the others. Ooh, a pile of stardust. Look at that. Stash it away, baby. And nothing new yet. Now we go forward. The cairn of Ha'ub. Alright, funny voice time.
Guys, can't help but wondering whatever happened to that number with the wings. You know the one. I guess she's kind of pretty, maybe, I suppose.
Ron, do you have a crush on Pam Pam? Oh, that's understandable. She is pretty.
She is still around by any chance? Because, well, anyways.
Oh, he totally has a crush on her. black cap and the downberry. I guess we get more Stardust then. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that I need right now. Yeah. Pleasure doing business with you guys. So, alright, see you later, Ron. Okay. As the sky begins to darken over the Cairn of Hope, you see one of your adversaries, clad in the colors of the Fates, step forward. Where is Bay? Where is my Bay? She arrives on cue. There you go. Go talk to your boyfriend. Oh, hi, Almer. Hello. Father asked me to salute you and the Nightwings. So, here I am, then. Consider yourself saluted. Oh, relax, Almer. She already likes you. You don't need to try so hard. Oh, okay. May the scribes watch over you and Mr. Oldheart. They shall do no such thing. Know that I'm only doing this to ease Father's worries. Such as I can. But when night falls, you are all my adversaries. Nothing more. Oh, Almer. He walks away, even as the darkness grows and the stars begin to shine. Let's activate Biolanthius, and do I want to activate anything else?
Dullness, the locket.
Yeah, I think let's leave it at that, actually. I don't think I need much more enlightenment.
Reader, the Commonwealth, your home. Today it is aflame. Much like a stack of books. Aflame because of you. Because of your outlandish plan. Not that you care. Not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed. Though by all means, keep trying. As for myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites.
Hail once again, O Nightwings. My son Almer tells me you have treated him most graciously. For that, I am most grateful.
Father? I said no such thing.
But, as we all know each other very well now, I suggest we disperse with further interactions for the time. We must not let our hearts get in the way when we are here to honor the scribes.
Kay listens intently to all this, then... Oh, you're right, Mr. Allhard. Never thought of it that way, but you're right. Almer, when all this is over, someday not too long from now, and the scribes are satisfied that we have served them well, then will you be my friend?
I don't know. Come on, just get in there.
Think I'm gonna marry my rice fella. You love it that much, huh? Okay, I know you meant that too. Until then, may the scribes protect us all.
May the scribes protect us all.
Indeed. I'm back. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. I'm ready now to do my part, however I can.
Choose quickly your triumvirate.
I think we're gonna go with... You know what? Why don't we fully upgrade that thing? Although I wonder how far you can actually teleport now. Gonna go with Sir Gilman. And let's go with Bay. And... Alright, let's go with Wilfred.
The choice is cast.
Prepare yourself, everyone.
Let us stand together now, my son.
Always, father. I'm ready. Alright.
Now begin.
Boom.
The Night Wings assert themselves thusly. Now take it.
Ah, shit.
Aye, that Dolman still can do some work. This is the road to ruin.
Boom.
Righteous fire. This is the time to glory.
Oh, fuck. Ah, no.
All of
Oh,
the
I
Night
forgot.
Wings vanished.
He has a charge up time. What a dingus. Boom.
Scribes.
Well done, O Night Wings. My poor Almir, you did nothing to deserve this. You have the family's courage and the family's grace, but I lack the family's strength, or the strength to tell you so. Courage, Almir! The scribes are watching over us, and we shall be united with them, always, them and one another.
Alright.
You're
Oh, wow. He got me good.
didn't see it coming.
And in he goes. Ah, shit.
The orb has left your clutches.
Ah, fuck.
A devious maneuver.
I keep forgetting that it takes a while for Bay to start charging. Ah, man.
Wilfred vanished. The orb is up.
Boom.
Remember everything which you hold dear. The rite is nearly ended. All
Ah, damn it.
forgot. Did that one throw it?
Ah, shit. It is really hard to actually... Ah, come on now.
Oh, poor old Dalbert.
Boom.
It is done. The blasted night wings prevailed somehow. Mayhap the scribe shall simply smite them down next time.
Oh, shut up, voice.
The rite is
What is his
ended.
name? Archdebeles? Archdebeles? Something like that. Something bibla boobla.
It seems this is not to be our night, Almir. Yet praise to the scribes for granting us the opportunity at all.
Boundless
Well, at least he's
are
very
the
gracious about it.
teachings of the scribes.
Da-da-da-da! Blessed are the scribes, whose eternal wisdom shines upon us through the stars, and illuminates the path to our salvation. Wait, what did I just say? Why, that was strange, but I feel so invigorated now. Curious. Yeah, let's get rid of the charge-up time.
Forever cursed is Kelma Rope Collar.
Alright.
Begone now from my sight.
Oh, shush. No one speaks further of the fate back at the Black Wagon. Everyone is instead preoccupied with the rite that is to come.
This night is to believe. We have but one remaining chance at freedom, here and now.
The stars always shine with truth. The ending of the cycle of the rites is now upon us. He looks over to you. Please look forth, reader madam, and see this for yourself. You may well surmise where we are going next. The others turn to you as well. You turn toward the wagon's door. You know what you shall see out there. Now, however, the time has come to face it. The dim and fading light of the final star still pierces through the darkness, demanding your attention, guiding you toward the end point of your path. Ah, look at that. We are to face the true Nightwings. You are summoned to the Fall of Solium for your 7th and final liberation rite. Thus shall the cycle of the rites be ended for an age. You sense that, if the rite shall ever commence again, it shall not be during your lifetime, or that of any of your companions, even the longest lived ones. Their stars reveal to you one thing more. The adversary whom you shall face shall be Dvalarogg. Already, he has crossed the Scribe's Gate and awaits your arrival. If the 8 scribes created the Nightwings in their own likeness, perhaps it is only fitting that the Nightwings should, in the end, be forced to face themselves. It is a shame that we have to confront the Dvalarogg in the end. Our goals should never have been at cross purposes. I am surprised that this is what the scribes desire. For now, it may be best that you recover until dawn. Regain your strength as best you can for the coming trial. Rest well, reader. The group disperses as exhaustion sets in. At dawn, you fly to Mandalodile to make a final effort to achieve your plan and get somebody home. But who? We're only at 79%. I wonder if we're just kind of screwed out of making the plan work.
Your so-called friends. You are accomplice to their hateful plot. They are exploiting you.
Oh, pish posh.
You shall never have your freedom.
By dawn, you're already up and about. After a troubled slumber, the Black Wagon is prepared for its final voyage to the Fall of Solium. No one speaks. As you lift into the skies, the Lone Minstrel raises his voice, cutting through the somber mood. Reader, a certain olden ballad comes to mind just now. I think it may befit the circumstances. Perhaps it may help you pass the time along our flight. Would you mind it very much if I were to play this song for the Nightwings? By all means. You urge the Lone Minstrel to play his ballad so that all among you might hear it. It begins without another word.
When the stars align, the rites shall come to bear. Illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there. All are not the same, but 3 shall be as one. Freedom in flame, the end has just begun. Strength may break our own, but twisted make upgrade. Together on their own, the journey
We are here once again.
shall be made. The journey shall be made.
Alright. It is time for the final curtain. Now,
The hell?
what do we do here then? I'm leaning towards setting Sir Gilman free. I was initially thinking Bay, but I mean, her husband is still here, so I don't want to split them up. The question is, do we get Bertrude or Gilman? Let's go with Gilman. You touch down amid the fading glory of Mount Aladile to make pilgrimage to the summit for one last time. There, one last liberation rite shall commence. There, one last exile shall regain his or her freedom. All others shall remain, to carry out their sentences here in the downside, for the remainder of their lives. And in the Commonwealth, the plan which you are a part of shall either come to fruition, or shall be suppressed. Indeed. Let's go in here, collect the fruit and the mushroom. Seek the Crone Scribe's favor. After having landed, you join Sir Gilman on an expedition to the monument of Molten Melith, for what is likely to be the final time.
This knight's quest is drawing to a close, and yet he oftentimes feels no closer to an understanding of true honor. Here he is, on the verge of his good companion's final opportunity at freedom, and he thinks only of himself. But nay, his thoughts are very much with them, for it is thanks only to them, and also you, good scribes, that this knight is even here. Then, this knight's final quest is to see one of his good friends go free, this one last time. That matters more to him, even than honor.
Soon he is finished. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Molten Melith has shown you favor. At dawn you shall begin your last ascent. For now, your vocations may occupy what little time you have to spare. Ooh, Sagimon, +3 glory. Lovely. Let's forge from resources, I think. Because it should be the top 3, of which Sir Gilman is one of them, so... The only one that won't be able to select is Wolfred, because he's low on enlightenment. I think we're gonna forge for resources. Yeah, let's go over there. Glowing Shard. Let's console that slow market. Alright. Let's continue our journey. To the Scribe's Gate. Alright. Oh! A messenger imp! The messenger imp somehow tracks you down in the great heights of Mount Aladile, and delivers to you recent news and rumors from the other side. Specifically, the imp shares details regarding Pamitha, and what became of her since she was liberated at the fall of Solium. She found herself back in the homeland of her enemies, where, despite her connection to the High Wing remnants, her past transgressions were forgiven. In fact, she was asked to join the military council given her unique background, and yet she refused to cooperate, and instead demanded to be reunited with her sister, Tamitha. But when they threatened with her with resentencing to exile, and insisted that she take the opportunity, Pamitha said... I completely lost my... Pamitha said at last that she would think it over and return with a decision soon. Next she was seen, however, was among Wolfred's sons and daughters of the Revolution, where it is said she has attached her loyalty, at least for the time. You thank the imp for bringing you this news, which soon gets your companions talking. I wonder where her sister is right now. I'm sure she cares for Pamitha, I'm sure of it. I hold hope that both the Thayan sisters one day shall join together as part of our good cause. The two of them can help lead us toward a brighter future.
Never once had this night felt even a thing for our most bitter enemies. And yet, having known Pamitha proved eye-opening indeed for this night.
We suspect the ancient enmity between the winged and the flightless shall not be soon resolved, if ever at all.
In spite of some mixed feelings, the news of Pamitha's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with resolve. Let's one hope. You stand before the scribe's gate with your companions. The gate guardian is there, as ever, but you sense something is different in her. The exiles of the Nightwings. We shall not meet again after the coming rite. Tariq and I... It shall be time we take a rest, I think. Oh shit! They're taking a vacay together. Told you they... Fucking told you they were fucking. Greetings, Celeste. I will tell you that the Nightwings are prepared, though this time I am uncertain anyone amongst us feels thus. We have a duty to uphold, Tariq. And then what, Celeste? And then nothing. Not for the rights or us, not till the dawn of a new age. Now, Nightwings, step forward. Please state your names and what it is you seek as crossing Scribe's Gate. One by one, your fellow exiles approach her, now with sureness in their step. If I may, my name is Wolfred Sandalwood. I long as yet to see an age where freedom is one's birthright, and no longer are good people such as these forced to contend for it. Oh, my name is Bay, and I'm here because the scribes... This is the path they have shown me. All of us. I like it when they call to me.
Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This night's never-ending quest for honor shan't end here. Yet first, he has a noble duty to uphold.
We are called Big Bertrude. We seek to fulfill the plan of Sandalwood, for we are fond of him and his beliefs, and then to go about our business.
Finally, you step forth once more. You, a common wanderer, who simply wants to see her quest to its completion, and who managed to come this far, this group. Oh, my reading comprehension is just stellar today. The gate guardian observes you for a moment, and motions past the archway toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right there. I thought you said... The rites are not yet ended, Tariq. He looks to her, then over to the rest of you. Pardon me, everyone. I shall be there when the stars align. The Gate Guardian and the Lone Minstrel remain together as the rest of you depart. Oh. They're going for another session. Well, Even immortal beings, actually especially immortal beings, get thirsty from time to time. You have gained the summon of Mount Aladile for the 7th time. The final time in which any one of you shall have a chance to leave the downside. Oh, really? Thank you for visiting on such short notice, reader. I understand you have important matters to attend to. So, let me be blunt. Please, listen for a moment then. I know this whole affair is coming to an end. All of it. I sense the binds that form the rites becoming weak. Which means, soon, you will not need me anymore. Not that you have needed me at any point, but still. My services will not be of any further use. I would love to tell you that this means I shall be free from my eternal prison. For some of my Beyonders, it shall be a release. My accomplices are bound by weaker words than those which have bound me. They shall fade away, I think, and finally rest. I, however, shall remain. She hesitates for a moment. Thus, I have a proposition for you. I do not know where you shall go from here, but I ask you take me there, wherever it shall be. By that I mean, take this stone prison of mine and keep it. Do not just leave it, as all your predecessors have. Each time their stay among the Nightwings reached an end. Soon the Beyond the Crystal shall serve no use at all, except to keep me trapped. I am content to remain thus, for I have little choice, but I would prefer to do so in your company. Aw, Sandra. All she wants is a friend. For I do enjoy your company, reader. This may not be much of a compliment, but I assure you that I much prefer your company to an eternity of solitude. I have no wish to see you gain in years, and to eventually decay, whilst I remain unchanging. But I should rather have more years whilst having contact, even if those years are to be brief. They shall afford me many more in which I might think back upon our times. Nor do I expect you to accommodate my needs, for I'm well aware I have my limits in accommodating yours. That is to say, I wish you to go forth after this night and live your life however you see fit, for your own sake. May all this rights business enrich your coming days somehow, and in considering that life after this night, if you think there may be a place in it for me, however small, then once again, I simply asked that you take me along. That way, should you ever wish to visit me again sometime, you could. And I would like to have that option more than not. My request here is a selfish one, for there is little I can offer in exchange, other than what little my companionship is worth. Perhaps I can lull you to sleep once in a while. Who knows, you could always try to sell the Beyond the Crystal for a reasonable sum somewhere, or something to that end. There must be someone out there with an interest in this thing. So then, you have heard my sad little proposition. What do you say? Well, absolutely. Peace I go. You grasp beyond the crystal and set it into the folds of your clothing. Sandra senses this and makes a sound as though surprised. Thank you, Rita. She's at a loss for a moment, then... Let us go then, from this place. Go and face your last remaining adversaries. May you crush them under heel and achieve the outcome which you seek. I believe you shall prevail. She disappears into the stone for now. Took the Beyond the Crystal with you. I wonder if that's going to entail anything special. Hey guys. I guess you probably heard the big news, huh? Yeah, I'm going out of business here, I guess. Just hasn't been the same, you know. What with the stars all fading out and stuff. Anyways, just wanted to say you guys are great. And I am sure gonna miss having you guys as customers and all that. But I got some good news though, too. All my stuff, it's all on sale now. And I will throw in a little extra there just for you, okay? So enjoy, and maybe I'll be seeing you guys around, okay? Henceforth, all of Falcon Run's goods are 5% off. Great. It's like, cool. How unbelievably generous. Okay. So what sort of setup do we want to run for the final fight here? I feel like Prayer Beast would be a very solid choice. Why is the icon there blacked out? That's weird. Well, let's get a star serum. Let's give them that so we can actually move a little faster. Oh yeah, we should also sell those items. I was thinking of using the Enlightenment Crystal on Wolfred or something, but that would put him over the threshold. As in, Gilman wouldn't be available for liberation. Oh yeah, I guess I should have sold the glowing shot as well. Do I want to get anything else? I think this might be it, actually. Actually, why don't we give Sir Gilman the Shot of Enlightenment? Why not?
This knight is the epitome of indomitable spirit. He has achieved the culmination of his training. A wonderful feeling! Having nothing left to learn, Master Reader. Nothing whatsoever. This knight highly recommends it.
Alright. Yeah, let's get that one, I think. And yeah, I guess I don't want anything else.
Keep the dollar voice.
Well, okay, we'll get another star serum. And we'll give it to Birdie. Alright. Then it's time. You have gained the summon of Man Aladile for the 7th time. Very few stars remain above the light. Very few stars remain above to light your way as you await the commencement of the final liberation rite. The lone minstrel finds you clutching the Book of Rites, seeking there perhaps some bit of wisdom that has eluded you thus far. Reader, we may not have a chance to speak again after this. I may have to go. Yeah. I know it. Booty calls. I wish to say that I am grateful for having made your acquaintance. I shall remember you with fondness. I wish you well this night and always. Go forth with glory. Then he looks up and he extends his hand in friendship. You clasp it.
Tariq, you son of a bitch!
You see, Bay has joined you. All of your companions are there with her, in fact. Oh, hi, miss. The others, they said they wanted me to join them and come talk to you. So, here I am. The scribes are watching us. It is strange for me to say, given the circumstances of our meeting, reader. But it has truly been a pleasure. Onward now. Let us achieve our plan.
Reading one. Thou art both wiser and less irritating than most others of thy kind. We have learned something from thee, and we are grateful.
Yeah, booty calls. I've been I've been saying it a couple of times now that it seems like Tariq and the Gate Guardian is up to some, shall we say, unchristian activities.
Master Reader, it has been this night's greatest honor to have served with you. Let this be our most glorious stand yet.
You look upon your fellow exiles, your companions, with whom you have withstood the downside, and with whom you shall now conduct this final rite. Begging your pardon, but my time has come. We shall see each other soon. He departs. After this night, the outcome of Wolford's plan, the plan of which you have all been a part, shall be decided, one way or another. For now, all you can do is strive to prevail against your final adversaries, so that one last companion may go free. You rise to join your fellow exiles, as the last remaining stars ignite. The final liberation rite of this age shall now commence. And there is the line that I chose earlier. Mere distance cannot separate our spirits. Let's do this.
For one last time, upon the fall of Solium, dear reader, hear me for one last time. For soon, the few remaining stars shall fade away, leaving you stranded there for your remaining days.
Oh, I just realized my Spotify thing was still there.
In that forsaken land, where you deserve to be. The rabble that you roused here in the Commonwealth shall be put down. The exiles whom you liberated, all shall fall in line. But first, let us get on with this last liberation rite. You face none other than yourselves. Each so unlike the glorious Nightwings of yore. 'Tis a shame that one of you shall soon be free, for you deserve each other.
Alright. The pies burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. But before the lone minstrel can concur as per custom,
Not another word.
the demon Orlek slowly raises his clawed fingers to his mask.
The false Nightwings have arrived at last. Long have I awaited this. My freedom once was stolen from me. Then I was cheated of it, here upon this mountaintop. You may now attempt to take it from me once more.
He stands there for a moment, silent, then Orlek dons his mask and stands prepared.
May these damned rites cease forever for the misery which they have caused.
Nightwings, we shall not meet again after tonight. for the cycle of the rites is all but ended. Thus, I would have your decision. On whose behalf shall you conduct this final liberation rite? The one whom you anoint, or else the exile Oralek shall be returned. Godspeed, reader. You know what is at stake better than I. I have the utmost faith in you to make the best decision and conduct this rite with glory. Nightwings, the star's remaining light grows dim. Your decision, please. It is now time to choose who, if anyone among you, shall go free this one last time. The rest of you shall remain in the downside to the end of your days. One by one, you meet the gazes of each of your fellow exiles. Wolfred, Sir Gilman, Bertrude, Bay. Your fellow exiles, your companions, your friends. Together you have come this far, but now, the downside and the rights conspire to tear your group apart and disrupt your plan. This is interesting. No, the pressure is too great. This initial line, I'm like, that doesn't sound too interesting, but the fact that the additional text says, it seems both cruel and unfair to make such a decision, is there no other way? Alright. Let's just go with that one. With but a glance, you reassure your fellow exiles that you know what to do.
One final opportunity for salvation. Too bad for the rest of you.
Alright. I think we send Gilman, actually.
Sir Gilman.
What has this knight done that he should warrant such a courtesy as this? Know that he shall strive with all his heart.
Your choice is cast. And as for your other companions, you sense a clarity of thought and purpose in each of them. They stand ready to support Sir Gilman, as well as you.
Who shall be at his side?
Friends, fun, drink, hot girls.
All right.
You're hot. Drink more. Expensive cars.
Also,
ass,
hi, Izzy.
drink, ass, money. You in a tuxedo. Threesome, pussy. Drink, drink, drink. You drink. Vegas, fun, pussy. You in a tuxedo. This girl could drink, 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 drink it all. You fucking pussy. More tuxedos, more cars, more pussy. Drink, drink, drink. Please drink responsibly.
Okay. And let's go with Bertie.
Bertrude.
Drank.
Thy will is ours, reading one. Let the remaining stars shed their light one last time upon our ceremony here.
Do we go with Wolfred? I feel like it's kind of fitting since it's versus Oralek. Yeah, alright, sure.
Wolfred.
Assuredly, my girl. Besides, we stand against Oralek. It is fitting that I should have to confront him myself. Indeed.
Those are to be my adversaries then. And who is it, I wonder, who asserts her will over that group.
You sense Orlick searching for you, almost reaching out to you.
You, the shadow of the false Nightwings. They are nothing to me. But you who would relinquish your own liberty for the sake of them. Strange. It is fitting that I should have to face one such as you.
Then Orlick stands at the ready, signaling for his allies to do the same.
By light of dawn, the cycle of the rites shall cease. Let us see if we can finish this ordeal before that time.
The sky above begins to shudder. The final liberation rite is about to commence. Tariq? I am prepared, Celeste. Then, let our song this evening shake the stars themselves. Aye, Celeste. Let us make sure of it.
Okay.
There we go.
Begin. The final chance at liberation for the age.
Boom!
You wear the raiments once again.
I could not simply stand by and do nothing, Orlick.
Yet that is what you did when last we stood together on this blasted mountain. I fell. You simply stood.
Or what shall it take for you to be convinced I took no part in your betrayal? Orlick seems to consider the question, but only for a moment.
Give me my damned freedom. Let me prevail, here and now.
Will you promise to uphold our plan? To bring about a better Commonwealth?
I make no promises. I owe nothing.
Then I am sorry, Orlick. My love of country comes before all else. More than your freedom, and our friendship is at stake.
Your love be damned, Wolfred. Let us stand as adversaries then.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. God damn.
The sky rains ash. Soon shall your fire's own mingle with them.
Just then, the skies above begin to rain down fire. The final throes of the cycle of the rites, and the ending of the age. Oh, he angry.
Ow! 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 Now, come on now. Here we are.
Even the fucking score.
All of you, you shall rot here. You shall rot as I have all these many years. You false Nightwings who would deny me once again my rightful liberty. You who deny that liberty to all the triumphants you face. Vanquish under the guise of the traditions of those blasted scribes. Come, let us continue this glorious affair.
Man, there was a lot of talking during this raid.
Changed that Orlick. Grown old and bitter all these many years.
Ah, come on.
turn.
Boom.
Gertrude's faster than she looks.
Aha!
Blow Sir Gilman into flame.
So the false Nightwings bear their fangs at last. But that cannot be your finest effort. You think you deserve your freedom more than I? Then fight for it, damn you.
Trickery! Alas, McGilman.
Ah, shit. Nah, man. Aha!
Orlick stands, breathing heavily. He looks back on the thin lick of flame that is his smoldering pyre, before turning his attention back to your triumvirate. Ah, shit.
How comical.
Ah, fuck.
Simply abhorrent. The flame is stricken.
Alright.
Damn it. Boom!
Did it.
Nightwings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for doubt. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen.
Can it truly be? This night, and all of us, we have indeed prevailed!
You look upon Sir Gilman. What you expect to be the last time you see each other. Any moment now, the Shimmer Pool shall engulf him. Any moment now, he shall return to glory and join with Wolfred's agents in the Commonwealth to help achieve the plan. Any moment now, the cycle of the rites shall end until at least the dawn of a new age. Any moment now.
And thus, the scribes have chosen. And thus, the scribes have chosen.
What's happening?
And thus, the scribes have chosen. No. Nightwings. Reader, what have you done?
This knight is beginning to feel extraordinarily uneasy about things here.
Each prior time upon the fall of Solium, the Shimmer Pool has opened, following the Liberation Rite and taken in whichever exile prevailed. But now, all is still. The light of the stars above has all but died. You sense a growing fear that it is already too late, that the Shimmer Pool shall not reveal itself again. Orlick approaches, his head bowed.
The 8 scribes say their greatest treachery for last.
Then, something else catches his notice.
Wait.
A sudden rush of starlight cascades through the stillness of the summit. Ooh. Red beam. The Shimmer Pool has appeared again. Different, somehow, but open. Sir Gilman looks upon it, but it does not engulf him. Or at least, not yet.
It seems I was mistaken then. The 8 scribes. This is not their greatest treachery. It is their greatest jest. The Shimmer Pool is flung wide open. It seems that all are worthy now. Freedom.
Oleg strides toward the Shimmer Pool, but... Halt, Oleg. Oleg glances over at the lone minstrel, almost in surprise. The Shimmer Pool has lost most of its strength. You step aside, you step inside, and you shall surely drown. Of that I can assure you. I should buy eggs and make choco cake soup. What? What is choco cake soup? I've never heard of that before. Yeah, go be lava cake. Oh, you just make the mix and then just... Okay, yeah, alright. Wow. That is a period meal if I've ever heard of one. And now that the art importer steps Doom Guy 8. You know what? It kind of looks like it could be that. Like suddenly fucking Mick Gordon comes in. Like okay. You step inside and you shall surely drown. Of that I can assure you. He laughs to himself at this.
Then we have all been cheated.
No. The Shimmer Pool is revealed, and one of you may still return as planned. But as for who returns, someone shall have to choose ere the last light of the stars is extinguished and the rites cease to be. This is the final trial of the scribes.
The final trial of the scribes? Then our confrontation, the liberation rite, it all was meaningless?
No. The victor of the confrontation is the one to make the choice. Among those closest to the scribes, either the anointed or she who anointed them.
So then, this night he can return, although perhaps the Master Reader can return instead.
Aye, it shall be either you, the reader, or...
It shall be either or.
Sir Gilman, please, make your decision quickly, lest it shall be forfeit. I do not know for how much longer the light of the stars shall offer you this gift.
Good minstrel, why? This choice with which you present on to this night is very simple, then. Master Reader, this night hereby declares you shall be free!
Sir Gilman wishes to give up his freedom so that you may regain yours. Man, Gilman, you are my bro. Very well. Reader, madam. The choice which Sir Gilman made, or rather, the choice which he gave, it is now yours to make instead.
This choice, he may keep bouncing back and forth like this. Absurd.
It may, until such a time as one of you is willing to accept the burden and the outcome of the choice. That is the trial, and I fear that there is little time remaining now.
If you and your companions are too cordial with each other to accept that freedom, either one of you, then I shall gladly take it. Freedom ought to be more than some flirtatious trifle to exchange.
No, trifle, not strife. Reader, what is your will? Ah, shit. Okay, what do we do here? Do you have a hard save? No, that's the thing. The game just runs on a autosave. Well, I suppose I could just make a backup, potentially. Let me see if I can... Just need to find the save location. Ah, here we go. Let's see if I can make a backup of these. Okay. I've saved whatever I can. So... yeah. Hopefully that could work, but I don't know. I kind of want to like stick to my guns and just say like, Gilman, you've earned this. But I'm also thinking like the true ending would be like to go free yourself. I wonder... Alright, do you all have any suggestions? Because I'm drawing a blank here. Sacrifice yourself. Okay, but does that mean we let Sir Gilman go free or Orlek go free? Or by sacrifice, do you mean we ourselves enter the blood portal? I think we're gonna go with Gilman. We're gonna stick to our guns here. You are decided. You are chosen, Sir Gilman. He looks at you with some astonishment. Sir Gilman, sir. Do you accept the reader's choice, or shall you make another?
Then this knight hereby accepts, though such a gift, it is too much, good Master Reader. It is too much.
Then it is done. You see a look of genuine surprise flash across Sir Gilman's face, and then he is gone. You gave a chance at freedom so that Sir Gilman may yet have his. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Sir Gilman. By the scribes, no stars remain aloft. The cycle of the rites. It is finished. The Commonwealth. What shall become of it? What shall become of us? Nightwings. The opportunity to gain your freedom from the downside. Was it not enough?
Well, the big question remains, though. Is the plan going to succeed? That night, the exile, Sir Gilman, returned to the Commonwealth. He was to be the last. The stars had faded, and the cycle of the rites had run its course. He found the Commonwealth in great upheaval. Spurred by the efforts of 5 liberated exiles, Wilfred Sandalwood's revolutionary plan had incited the masses. These exiles in the starless sky foretold the return of the scribes. The people surged into the streets, shoulder to shoulder, led by 5 exiles. Their voices shook the heavens. The leadership of the Commonwealth panicked. No blood was shed that night, and by dawn it was over. The leaders of the Commonwealth had cast themselves back into exiles, or joined in this new cause. Thus, in its 838th year, the Commonwealth had fallen. The new Saurian Union declared its sovereignty in the next year. Among the changes its elected leaders ushered in, they vowed never to cast their people into exile, and they abolished the old Commonwealth decree forbidding literacy. Today, we still remember all of this. And we remember the exiles of the downside, whose deeds led to the dawning of our age, whether they returned or not. Oh, so I can just check in on what happened. When the cycle of the rites ceased turning, Wilfred Sandalwood turned towards the starless sky and closed his eyes and prayed. It was all he could do at the stage of his plan. He aspired to assemble with liberated exiles representing each of the 8 largest ethnic groups composing the population of the Commonwealth. They would stand together as a vision of the 8 scribes returned, inspiring the masses to embrace an older set of values, from before the Commonwealth had tightened its grip. With the rights ending sooner than expected, this ideal scenario became impossible. Sandalwood's own freedom, for instance, was now forfeit. Yet, the plan did have contingencies. Fortunately, most of those contingencies did not prove necessary. Word reached him on the night of the scribe's return. His fellow liberated Nightwings stood together, and their voices echoed through the streets. These former exiles, who ought to have disappeared into the ranks of the Commonwealth's own leadership, now stood united with its people, who poured from their homes in solidarity. It was imperative to Sandalwood that this stand against the Commonwealth be peaceful in its nature. An overwhelming show of popular support would be more than enough. Ensuring this was his priority, and in the end, the result was self-evident. The plan's goal had been achieved. Sandalwood kept busy after that, as much as possible, providing counsel from afar to those who would be at the forefront at the birth of the Saurian Union. Of course, being stranded in the downside meant that there was only so much he could do. Resting assured that the future of the nation was in capable hands, he turned his attention to the remaining exiles of the downside. They might never return to that new nation, but at least they could experience its triumphs and its struggles in some vicarious way. So, he took to his old work, writing and printing. As literacy began to spread again throughout the Saurian Union, so too did exiles of the downside take to it. For his part, Sandalwood helped to teach as many as he could. More than that, he provided the material to read, a semi-annual report about the latest events, both in the Saurian Union and the downside. This periodical gave many exiles something to look forward to. He welcomed the company of the reader of the Nightwings at every opportunity, and counted her a trusted friend and a keen editor. As Wolfred Sandalwood gained more fame throughout this land for all his sacrifices and his contributions, it is said that he remained steadfast about two things. The first was the cause itself ought to remain in focus, the freedom that the people had achieved. It was a gift to be cherished, a set of values that needed to be nurtured. The second point he made was that he himself had little to do with the outcome. He would often praise the exiles of the Nightwings who had stood with him, each in turn, by name. He never forgot any of them. One day, to commemorate his birthday, the people of the Saurian Union unveiled a monument depicting him and the Nightwings as imagined in their prime. While Sandalwood did not learn of it until much later, it is said that he was moved to tears then by the gesture. It has since ensured that those of us with memories more fallible than those of Sandalwood likewise remember the achievements of his former exiles and our cause. My eye snapped to the cursor as you moved it a bit jittery side. I thought it was a damn fly. Zzz. Oh, there is. I wonder though. You know, since there is like a shine behind each of them, or a gray plate behind some of them, is the implication that it's possible to free all of them? I feel like it shouldn't. Also, I'm guessing if I chose to regain my freedom, Sandra's would light up since I'm carrying her with me. The imp called Tiso was the first of his kind to achieve liberty through the rites. While he was not the only imp trained in the way of the scribes, imps are native to the downside, and thus care not for traveling abroad. This made them useful to triumvirates. Yet Tiso had a different calling, and the Nightwings believed that he, too, could play a key part in Wilfred Sandalwood's plan. During the night of the scribe's return, he stood out to the populace as something of a miracle. They had only heard of downside imps before, from legends of Haub the Swallow. Afterwards, he became something of an icon, representing both the fall of the Commonwealth and the beginning of a new era. People just flocking to support him just because they have the cutest mascot. Wilfred Sandalwood would sometimes send him little gifts, all the way from the downside. I'm still curious about that, like, so you can transport material items but not living beings? I don't know. Despite the insurmountable distance between them, the friendship proved more than resilient. Tiso often missed his interactions with the reader of the Nightwings, and quickly built quite a rapport back in the downside. And Tiso would often express wistful gratitude for all his time conducting the rites alongside the Nightwings, who had made such sacrifices for him. Other than that, Tiso was diligent about his role as something of a living artifact, and helped interpret for the messenger imps that relayed news to and from the downside. Yeah, like, the messenger imps can move to and from, couldn't... Doesn't that imply that living things can go to and from the downside? I don't know. Fucking magic, man. Despite having gained significant celebrity, he never let it go to his head. Although he did take full advantage of his access to the Saharian Union's fishing industry. Of course he did. Delicious fish. Okay, so they do disappear once you've talked to them. Okay. I thought for a moment, like, ah, shit, should I, like, write down which ones I've inspected? Tiso, icon of an era, like Grumpy Cat and Young Cat, yeah. Or, Maru the cat. That's also an icon. Such a chonker. After his liberation, Hedwyn was instrumental in the events leading to the fall of the Commonwealth, and was vital to the outcome of the plan. The peaceful outcome of the scribe's return was attributed to several key factors. One of them was the underlying ambition of the plan itself. Another was Hedwyn's visibility among the people in the streets. Identified to be a liberated exile, he was believed to be Golgolothanian reborn. More importantly, however, was that one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants accompanied him. She was later identified as Fikani Shang. Oh, so that's his girlfriend. Their bond was symbolic of what was at stake that night, and proved vital to the peace that followed. In all his days as a leader of the Saurian Union, Hedwyn oft confided in his friend Jodariel. Despite her intense manner, there was no one whom he trusted more in times when circumspection was required. Hedwyn would often think about the vow he made at the beginning of his quest for freedom. although he cherished all the friendship he had made. And he had pledged to Eudariel, Rookie Greentail, and the Reader of the Nightwings that they might all be free again together. He had broken that vow, for in the end, not all of them were able to return. The terrible guilt over this darkened his mood for a time. However, the others whom he still knew lifted his spirits, much like he had often lifted theirs. All of the Nightwings knew the stakes. While the others who stood with the Nightwings were not able to remain in contact thus, Edwin thought of each of them often, and so, in turn, they did often think of him. Alright, let's go with Dalbert. As the cycle of the Rice drew to a close, it grew evident that a chance at freedom from the downside had forever slipped from Dalbert and Alma Oldheart's grasp. Thus, they and the exiles of the Fate returned to Yormwood Valley. There, they struggled to get by, as exiles of the downside tend to do. Sometime after the rites had ended, the Oldhearts at last heard the news that the Commonwealth had fallen. This was well after the fact, of course, but it brought old Albert great joy. Despite his forthright manner, he had no love for the nation that cast him down, along with his son. Albert Oldheart passed peacefully in his sleep before the next new moon. In his final days, he implored his son to undertake a pilgrimage to the scribes. Alma never shared his father's view of the scribes, but respected Albert's wishes, and so, after a period of mourning, Alma began a new journey. One day, during his travels, he ran almost headlong into another exile after paying homage at the Spring of Yormwood. He was stunned to find that this was none other than the one he knew as Bay, from their days as adversaries in the right. Yay! His waifu. Bay was overjoyed to see him, though Alma was unable to bring himself to understand why. Oh, you dense butt, she likes you! Ugh. I want to make fun of him, but I'm also dense as shit with that. Eventually, of course, he did, and they remained together, growing ever more accustomed to their new lives and the downside. Not a day went by that Alma Oldheart did not think about his father, and give thanks to him, and speak to him, morning and at night. Were the stars yet shone, for surely Dalbert's would be there among them, smiling down at his son, watching over him and his kin. Alright. We follow up with Bay. Long after the rites had ended, Bay admitted that she knew well before the fact that she would not be going home again. At least, she had a very strong feeling. She'd ended up not minding very much, because she had little to return to in the Commonwealth. Her sense of home had changed. She took to wandering from one celestial landmark to the next, ever paying homage to the 8 scribes, who she believed had influenced all that had transpired. She was no stranger to traveling alone, but was always happy to have company. Through it all, she would wonder how her little friend Tiso had fared. While they were divided now by a great distance, he always remained in her heart. Though they could not see each other any longer, they often thought about Eudariel and spoke to her as though she were there. They try never to make a decision without first consulting her idea of what Mr. Jariel might say. Whenever she felt genuine doubt, which was not very often, she sought out the reader of the Nightwings. If there was anyone whom she trusted as much as the scribes, it was her. One day, she encountered one of her former adversaries, one called Alma Allhard, who had served the Fate. She remembered him much more than he did her, though only just at first. Their shared experience in the rites and their different points of views about the scribes formed the basis of what grew to be a long-lasting relationship. Note the relationship, not necessarily friendship. So yeah. Confirmed boinking. Bay always was devoted to her faith, but more so to her friends. Her gentle manner and unwavering conviction often helped them brave life and the downside, both with courage and with grace. Alright, what about Lendl? After the final liberation rite, Lendl refused to believe that riots had truly ended. He would sit through night after consecutive nights staring at the blackness of the sky, awaiting any kind of sign that he might gain another chance at freedom. No such sign ever came. His fellow accusers started to express concern for him. Survival had become their top priority once liberty had slipped from their grasp. But Lendl dismissed them as weak fools. He insisted, rather forcefully, that any evening now, the stars would shine for him again, and mark the way toward his inevitable freedom. He was, of course, mistaken. The others in his triumvirate were left with little choice but to abandon him. After that, the exile known as Lendl the Liar was never seen again. However, there have been sightings of a bedraggled demon who wanders the downside and bears Lendl's Q countenance, suggesting he yet lives. Alright. That's too bad for Lendl. Honestly, I kind of wish that it was Tamitha that was freed instead of Manly, but oh well. It is what it is. After the cycle of the rites had ceased, Witch Gunmild returned to the Flagging Hands regions, which she sealed herself within the pit of Milith. There, even her fellow exiles of the Withdrawn allegedly grew unnerved after a time, and left her to her vile work. Sometime later, the pit of Milith erupted into flame. So intense was the conflagration that it could be seen all the way from Yormwood Valley. Arson was suspected, but the cause was never verified. Many bog dwellers in the region were forced to flee. A tempest blowing from the north finally quenched the flames. When at last the ashes settled and the ground had cooled, the site of the fire was scarred beyond recognition. No trace of Witch Gunmild could be found. As for the contents of the pits of Milith, which notably included a profane object thought to be the remains of Yaslak, all of it was gone as well. Back in the Saurian Union, when Gunmild's repeated threats of the return of Yaslak were thoroughly investigated, and no credible evidence was found to any of her claims. All his life, Sir Deluge had fled from one danger only to find himself facing another. He had escaped the war-torn waters of the Sea Dominion, he had escaped the blood border of the Commonwealth, and now he had escaped the rites. After the rites had ended, many exiles wrapped up in the ancient test were crestfallen, as the last chances to return to their homes vanished, along with the stars above. But Deluge did not mind, for this outcome meant that, at last, there was no burden of responsibility weighing down on him. While most of his fellow exiles of the Pyre hearts yet longed for the waters of the Sea Dominion, driven as ever by their impulses toward conflict, Deluge settled down. With him remained one of his companions, one Lady Seagrass. We're taking a liking to him for some reason. Reportedly, they disappeared into the waters of Wyrm Gulf, which may begin to explain the significant increase in Wyrm population observed in the vicinity. They got to fucking. Very nice, very nice. Let's go from one Wyrm to another. When the Wyrm Gilman returned to the Commonwealth, he believed that he had regained something even more important than his freedom, his honor. Gilman relinquished his knighthood and declined an opportunity to serve as captain on the Blood Border. He was not interested in fighting any longer. Yet, as is sometimes the case with those such as he, circumstance soon came about in which there came a need for him once again to make use of his military training. Hey, Amalia, thank you so much for the follow. Hey man, what's up? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. We're actually just wrapping up this game here. It's been a lot of fun, and it's finally coming to a close. But there is a lot of reading to do. Thankfully, however, the scribe's return ended peaceably. How are you doing today? Pretty good. A little tired, but can always be worse. You have a lot of reading, yeah. Totes. Where are you from? Why don't you take a guess? This is always fun to me. Because people tend to always get it wrong. Stop give people guess video. But it's fun though. From UK Manchester? Alright. Cool. It was looking dope. Really like it. Alright, thank you. Okay, where was I? Thankfully, however, Scribe's return ended peaceably. Gilman was on edge throughout that night, expecting violence to erupt at any moment. But the moment never came. When the matter was at last... Oh, fuck off, dude. Really? Ugh. Man, what a cunt. Yeah, that's how they get you now, I guess. They try to get you like emotionally invested in them, but you know. Personally, it takes more than like a few lines and asking like where you're from and shit before you fucking drop a fat load of nonsense on them like that. 111 office staff, you run a shitty business with too many employees. It's like, yeah, I'm sure all the 111 office staff are very real. It's like, yeah, fucking nonsense. Just get the hell out of here. You can earn so many currency, you don't use it, I'll take the offer. Yeah. Take the offer, lose my channel, be like, ah, shit. So I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure Twitch is like on the money when it comes to banning people who view a bot. Oh well. When the matter was at last put to rest, then Gilman truly knew his time as a knight had ended. He declared to all those in earshot that he would never fight again. I'm glad I don't have to see all those underscores in chat anymore. Yeah, the username was definitely strange. Whenever I see like a weird username, especially one with like a lot of numbers or shit like that, I'm always like, I wonder. Sometimes they just follow and like send a DM or something, claiming they like enjoy your stream. It's like, ah, you enjoy my stream, huh? But not enough to say it in chat. Oh yeah, fucking someone popped in and tried to fucking sell me view botting. For only $50, you can get over 100 viewers, and I'm like, yeah. For only $0, you can get fucked, and not in a nice way. Unless, of course, there arose some other extraordinary set of circumstances, again requiring him to fight. But he certainly hoped not. He still trained regularly just in case, especially with his fleet-footed friend, Rookie Greetail. He was always grateful for having studied under the reader of the Nightwings, without whom he would never have completed his penance. Because of this, and perhaps because they were on opposite sides of the world now, Gilman dedicated his life to her. By that point, he had long forgotten about his days under the leadership of Sir Deluge and his former commander. Breaking free from his abusive leadership was his first step toward gaining a bit of self-respect. Gilman never did return to his homeland of the Sea Dominion, and was content to lead a monastic life on a small residence in the hills. It was just high enough to make him keep striving to conquer his fear of heights. Ah, poor Gilly. But good on Gilly, though, for striving to conquer his fears. Other than that, an intense daily training regimen and the occasional visit from an old companion was more than enough to keep him optimistic and engaged. He knew by then that honor was not something to be won, but a contract with oneself to be renewed each day. It's a wonderful way of putting it. Alright. Let's do Barker. Barker Ashpaws never had much interest in returning to the Commonwealth, for he always found his bylaws to be stifling. So, when the rites ended, he did not care at first. He soon grew very bored. The rites had given his life a certain sense of structure he had always needed. He missed the raw anticipation of it all. He decided to continue conducting the rites for the thrill of it. He bent some of the rules and replaced some of the objects, but it was close enough. Oh yeah, if you have more than a few bots in your chat constantly, you can end up being shadow banned, not show up on searches and categories. And those bots tended to propagate and spread to other viewers, channels, chats, also another reason for offline chat. off and on feature. Ah, I see. So basically, like, if you didn't deal with the bots, I'm assuming. I seem to recall as well that some people use view botting to, to a malicious intent by basically, like, having a bunch of bots go to someone's channel to get them flagged for view botting. Which is, man, that is petty to the max. His packmates, the dissidents, proved more than happy to participate. Thus, they ran against each other back in Yolmor Valley. Gradually, other exiles familiar with the rites, as well as those who had not heard of it at all, started to take an interest. They ended up giving Barker Ashpaw some healthy competition. His old feud with Rookie Greentail ceased meaning anything to him, and he forgot all about it amid his new pursuits. Ultimately, even Barker Ashpaws, who had led such a directionless existence to that point, found something of a calling through the rites. Whether he took the rites less seriously than any other exile at the time of his time, or more, was oft debated by those who watched him work. Alright, let's go to Rookie. After Rookie Greentail earned back his freedom, he returned to a lavish welcome ceremony in the Commonwealth, as was the tendency for liberated exiles. It was everything he could have hoped for, and soon he was well off, surrounded by luxury, and choosing between various exciting opportunities. However, he must have given in to his better judgment, as he did end up siding with Wilfred Sandalwood's revolutionary forces, as he promised. On the night of the scribe's return, Greentail was there with the others, inspiring the masses. He never looked prouder, the very image of Yolmor Manimane himself. When dawn finally came, and it became clear that the Commonwealth that everybody knew would be no more, he realized many new opportunities awaited. He began quite a lucrative career for himself, manufacturing and selling replica merchandise inspired by the downside. Oh shit. His main struggle was to meet demand. Merchandising! Merchandising! Where the real money from the movie is made! Pyre the t-shirt! Pyre the lunchbox! Pyre the flamethrower! Well, I guess downside the flamethrower, but yeah, you get it. Flamethrower, the kids love it. Yay! You got the reference. I love Spaceballs. 'Cause what you got is what we need, and all we do is dirty deeds. We're the Spaceballs. Watch out, we're the Spaceballs. An aspect of his conscience cautioned him against making light of such a thing, but the money was too good, and soon his family was as well off as he always said. One of his orders of business was to seek out one of his old companions, Hamitha Thayun, to whom he took a liking during their quest for freedom. They bonded further over love of drink, and supported one another through uncertain times that lay in store. He also kept in close touch with Gilman, ever the perfect practice partner. They would train together often, taking care to stay in tip-top shape as much as possible throughout the years. Greentail always did his best to keep in touch with all his many friends, and knew that he owed his fortunes to them. He made a special point of staying close to the group of friends he had came to know well during his time with the Nightwings, wherever they were. They shared a special understanding that put even Greentail at a loss for words sometimes. Oh, Rookie. Alright. Once it became clear to Ignarius that the rites were drawing to a close, he knew that it was time for him and the Tempers to call it quits. But first, he and the Tempers decided to celebrate, and they did for many, many nights. The revelry did eventually subside. The exiles parted amicably and went their separate ways. He roamed the downside, then searching for some meaning in his life, sometimes taking odd jobs requiring his brute strength. He never remained alone for very long. He took on many lovers in his time. Hey! Ignarius got the fucking. However, he sometimes thought about the one he had called Curly Horns. What became of her? Sweet, wonderful Jodariel. We all think of her. We do. Though his glory days as the most powerful conductor of the rites had long since passed, he always enjoyed the fearsome reputation he had cultivated at that time. Indeed. Let's go with Bertrude. Several exiles at Nightwings cared more for the plan of Sandalwood than to return home from the downside. The crone called Big Bertrude was a prime example. She had found a suitable environment to live within the dismal region known as Flagging Hands. There she had built up a thriving place of business, known to many exiles in the land. With the rites having ended, she returned to her preoccupations, working away almost as though nothing had happened. When one gets to be more than 400 years of age, perhaps then even monumental events such as the culmination of the rites or the collapse of the Commonwealth are seen as trifling matters. You're just like, yeah, change the world, no biggie. Much of her effort was doubtless due to her influence of Sandalwood, someone whom she had admired now for decades. He had made clear he could not requite her feelings for him, but what could have been a hurtful dismissal led only to a deeper understanding between them. By and large, Bertrude kept focused on her work. Whether casting small enchantments or imbuing talismans, the work brought her a sense of purpose, she would say. In the Commonwealth, such services were strictly forbidden, but in the downside there was a real need for simple luxuries, which the competing slug market could not always provide. I thought the slug market went out of business. Thus did Big Bertrude continue to live up to her name, and the tales of her days with the Nightwings made her that much more the living legend. Alright, what happened to Falcon Ron? With the rites drawn to a close, the Slugmugger's revenue fell... Precipitously. There we go. And Falcon Ron was forced to liquidate his assets and close up shop. Yet, as is sometimes the case with those of entrepreneurial leaning, this time of hardship led to an epiphany, or at least a sudden change of fortune. One day, Falcon Ron had a run-in with a messenger imp bearing news from the other side. Ron gave it one of his remaining trinkets, which could not be sold. The following week, the messenger imp returned to him bearing a tidy sum of wealth in newly minted coinage from the Saurian Union. Falcon Ron cut a long-term deal with the messenger imp then and there. Though his trade remained a grey area from the legal standpoint of the Saurian Union, the newfound fame of the downside caused Falcon Ron's goods to explode in popularity. He later signed an elaborate agreement with Big Bertrude's, and found a distribution partner on the other side through Rookie Greentail, whose own business had expanded. Especially in the Saurian Union, Falcon Ronce's goods are still known for their superior quality, though he assumes no liability for any side effects. Of course. After returning to the Commonwealth, Manly Tinderstaff soon earned his place among the country's veiled leaders. However, it did not lead to the extravagance which he imagined. The Commonwealth was in the midst of a civil uprising sparked by Sandalwood's plan, and the leaders of the nation scrambled to find ways of suppressing it. Other partnerships starting getting fixed in February. Can't really join multiple chats by IRC anymore. May 15. 24. Concurrent channel join limit reduced to 100. Exclusive verified bots. Ah, I see. Previously, bots could be in 100,000 chats at the same time without issue. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit much. Tinderstaff saw it as an opportunity to get ahead and presented an outlandish idea. He confronted the teeming masses and delivered a speech in which he claimed to be Luce Glorian 100 Minds reborn, and ordered the people to stand down. The laughter that shook the crowd at this insinuation remains the stuff of legends. Thus, in a way, Manly Tinderstaff's ploy helped ensure that the night that Scribe's return remained peaceful. Yep. Nothing like a bit of laughter to soothe the mind. After the fall of the Commonwealth, he struggled to hold on to his fleeting social status, and resorted once again to the kinds of bribery attempts that got him exiled long ago. He was caught again and put on trial again, though this time the punishment was not exile, but community service. Tinderstaff used his family's riches to fight back against the sentence, and soon was destitute. He can still be seen cleaning the streets and parks at the center of the Saurian Union. There, he is more than willing to give his side of the story to whomever asks, or is in earshot. Well, I guess he did get his comeuppance. And I need to drink something. Man, there's so much reading. There we are. Pop up now is stream elements in 7,329 live channels, which I came years ago and then it'd be on mod duty. Yeah. Okay. Let's learn a bit about horror. After the Shimmer Pool closed, what would be the last time Oralek looked around him? In the flickering light of the Nightwing's still burning pyre. He then turned to the fall of Solium and looked up toward the black, starless sky. He cursed the 8 scribes, then one after the other. After that, he strode forward towards the waters coursing from the side of Mount Aladiel, and, without hesitating, he cast himself down. Oralek's body was never recovered. Jesus. The drop from Mount Aladiel does not appear survivable, though Oralek did survive it once. That time, however, he was filled with fury. Such was the betrayal he had suffered when his fellow exile claimed his rightful freedom. This time, Oralek was filled with nothingness and chose to lead the downside in the one way he still knew he could. Well, now I feel guilty. The other Nightwings who were witness to this never forgot what they saw. Man. Okay. Throughout her exile, Tamitha Theon was motivated by a single goal: to return to the Commonwealth and exact vengeance on her ancient enemies. When she realized the rites had ended, and that she would never see her mountain home again, she nonetheless remained determined to aid her people however possible. She had gathered certain information pertaining to the intentions of the Nightwings, but formed a pact to regroup on the other side after their liberation. Other such reports exposed certain weaknesses in the Commonwealth defenses, and revealed to the hiring remnants the opportunity for a risky but potentially impactful strike. As Tamitha could not participate in the assault, she learned what happened well after the outcome. On that night, known as the Scribe's Return, the Commonwealth had fallen. The Highwing remnants thus prevailed at last, without even having to fight. Soon after the fall of the Commonwealth, Tamitha learned her blood sister Pamitha was an accessory to the successful outcome. Tamitha was very skeptical of this, but as similar reports kept mounting, she soon accepted the prevailing opinion, however grudgingly. Once, a messenger imp arrived bearing some sort of message, seemingly from Pamitha. However, Tamitha turned it away. She would not give in to an impulse to forgive. "Oh, come on, Tam-Tam." Knowing that the conflict on the other side had ended, Tamitha retreated to the crags of Black Basin, and grew ever more distant. Those closest to her surmised that her inability to reconcile with her blood sister was at the heart of this. Though, for her part, Tamitha never once admitted to any such weakness. After regaining her freedom, Tamitha Theon found herself in a difficult position. Having once betrayed the people of the Highwing remnants, she knew that she would not be welcome in her native home. She did not trust the Commonwealth either. Instead, she found her place among Walfred Sandalwood's agents, who were busy doing their part to fulfill the plan. As it turned out, the plan was a success. Tamitha Theon stood shoulder to shoulder with the other fellow former exiles, and truly, they were a sight to behold. A disturbing rumor later spread that night. The Highwing remnants were slated to mount an assault, which, for some reason, never came to pass. Tamitha denied any knowledge or involvement. Afterward, Tamitha played an active part in negotiating terms between the Highwing remnants and the new nation that would become our Saharian Union. A previous attempt at something of the sort led to her exile. She must have felt some satisfaction to succeed this time around. Sometime later, Tamitha had an unexpected run-in with Rugi Greentail, with whom she had spent a fair amount of time while traveling with the Nightwings. Under these new set of circumstances, it turned out the two had more to talk about, and rather more in common. They would often put to test which one was able to outdrink the other. It is unclear as to which one of them prevailed in that contest in the end. Yes, this is such a Sun. Yeah, definitely. It's like, I hate you, but I love you. One day, Tamitha received an invitation to return to the Highwing remnants, where she was to be fully pardoned. And pig-headed, yeah. She held out a hope that she might see her blood sister Tamitha there, knowing full well that Tamitha did not regain her freedom. Tamitha did later learn that Tamitha was welcomed back by their people. However, she never responded to her blood sister's attempts to contact her. Tamitha, in turn, did not expect forgiveness from her at any point. Nonetheless, she kept on trying to reach out. She said to ruffle up her feathers just a bit. Later, when asked, Tamitha Theon admitted she felt as though she had no home to call her own. This was during an interview conducted amid an extensive trip abroad, where she had traveled thousands of leagues beyond the bounds of the Saurian Union. Tamitha continued to journey thus, citing that it reminded her of when she was younger, and could fly unfettered. After the cycle of the rites ceased turning, records of what happened to the Black Wagon of the Nightwings become inconclusive and contradictory. Some accounts suggest that the exiles of the Nightwings who remained in the downside continued to make use of the Black Wagon as their place of shelter and a means of travel. However, there is no record to what happened to the wagon's contents, such as the Book of Rites or the Beyond the Crystal, said to be haunted by the apparition Sandra the Unseeing. One possibility is that when the lone minstrel took his leave, he took the Beyond the Crystal with him, for he was thus obliged. Well, we know that's not the case. By this line of reasoning, however, the Black Wagon itself should have been taken also. Others remain skeptical that the Beyond the Crystal ever existed, or rather, that the visions that it granted were anything other than the result of an active imagination or a fever dream. The bog dwellers of southern bogs offer still another explanation, for they were familiar with binding enchantments. If there existed such an object, in which the Sister of the Ark had been expelled for more than 800 years, then the enchantment could have expired along with the light of the stars. What this could have meant for Sandra and the Beyonders is difficult to say for certain. Other than that, it may have meant they were finally released. Nevertheless, the fate of Sandra and the Beyond the Crystal remains unknown. Yet those exiles of the Nightwings who have claimed to have seen this apparition all spoke of her in degrees of reverence, or perhaps a little fear. Can you believe this, Rita? Honestly? Sandra has appeared before you. As well you can see. They are so far from the mark with all this nonsense. I am one to laugh. In fact, here goes. She laughs. She's referring to the account of her. You sense that she does not care for it. Well, let them gossip all they like. I merely wish they would mention you, at least in passing, when the next they are at it. Though, they shall never even know half of it, shall they? Uh-huh. I say we humor her. You indicate to Sandra that the real truth of what happened between you would, perhaps, make too lascivious a tale to be told in such a format. Ooh. Interesting way of putting it. That could mean that it was a A filthy tale. She makes a bemused sound at this. Perhaps that story ought to get out, then. To think that it would go to all the trouble to make literacy accepted once again, only to print such drivel. Anyway, let us keep going, lovely reader. We know the truth of it. That is what matters. She fades into the beyond the crystal for now. And you tuck it away, say. Okay. I was a bit afraid there for a moment, like, you're gonna let me, like, check out the last guys, right? Best go. After her liberation, Jodariel soon became an icon of the movement that led to the collapse of the Commonwealth and the rise of the Saurian Union. Her horns and stern countenance inspired the people to believe that she was Solium Mur, reborn. She became a great, if reluctant, leader. In uncertain times that follow, Jodariel's seasoned expertise often came to play both in matters of security and of state. For instance, she conscripted and trained a team of volunteers in public safety. The community did not know what to make of such a cordial bunch at first, but soon came to value their service. They have stood for the people ever since, and we celebrate their founding day each year. She remained close with Hedwyn all through his experience, and they supported each other through their struggles many, many times. She often had to stop herself from fearing for Bay, whom she had tried to look after as much as possible on the downside. Aww. Soon she would reassure herself that Bay was very capable of surviving on her own, and in fact, she was not mistaken. She never settled down with anyone, although from time to time she thought about Ignarius, despite herself. Ah, Jody. He deserves love too. She continued training on her own, a regimen that grew stricter with each passing year. There were those who sought to train with her, and she sometimes obliged. There remained one other constant in her life. She would always remember her days among the Nightwings, and with fondness for the most part. Alright. Alright, let's go with... After the cycle of the rites ceased turning, the lone minstrel bade the remaining Nightwings take the Black Wagon and seek their fortunes elsewhere in the downside. Their parting was heartfelt but brief. He remained there at the summit of Mount Aldile with Celeste, where the two of them would chronicle the final outcome of the cycle. Neither Tariq nor Celeste were ever seen again. Honeymoon! We know all this now through a song attributed to them. Some claim these songs originated in the tablets of the Saurian Union, merely were imbued with the weight of folklore. However, exiles liberated from the downside corroborated each other's claims at having met the steward that presided over the liberation rites. Another folktale suggests that these minstrels were heralds of the scribes. Having fulfilled their obligations, they departed the world we know and rejoined their patrons. One of their famous songs describes another, simpler outcome, that the two gave up their duties to the rites in favor of a life that they could share together. In any case, they are likely to remain the subject of such verses and such songs, for it was they who watched over the rites and ushered in our times. There is one more account which warrants mention. The Nightwings conducted the rites under the guidance of a reader. Little is known of her. However, some accounts of her begin to paint a picture. We know she was of common birth, always directionless, and prone to misremembering at times. Relatable? The journey to the downside left her close to death. It was then that the Nightwings found her. They brought her from the brink. She showed them the path. She pressed onward with the others. She did not know how far their path would lead. Thus did the cycle of the rite commence its final turns. When the final rite arrived, the reader's freedom was at stake. In the end, however, she remained an exile. From that point on, accounts of her diverge. It is said the voice which troubled her, she never heard again. Some say she opted for a place to settle in the downside, though whether that is true, only she knows. Someday, perhaps, that reader's own star shall emerge. Then it shall pierce the dark of night in all its brilliant glory. Until such a time, and even after, and ever after, all of us give thanks.
Their journey began on a barren waste where the reader arrived, afraid and alone. When she arrived, the book of rites awakened the Nightwings and ignited the flame. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in our brain till the end. We sing of the last of the Nightwings who, having broken the cycle, shall live on in song. Headwind prevailed and strode the path that his heart laid before.
Oh, that's cute.
He has found his way home.
They just lacing around in the background.
Mother to many a foundling.
This pod is boring with the 6 people. The music's nice though.
Rookie Greentail has proved his worth and returned to his family.
That's also one of the things that Supergiant always tends to nail. That the music is always wonderful in their games.
They follow the stars, bound together, strands in a brain till the end.
The moon-touched girl feels the scribes in the heart of the
She caught the fish,
She remained to the end.
and so did Tiso. That is so adorable.
Tiso prevailed, first of his lowly.
Fucking Head in the background being like, oh, okay.
From the downside, he has found a new home. Sir Gilman the Bold, ever in his quest, finding honor and glory, he has found his way he's found a way home. They follow the stars.
Is that Headwind puking in the background? Huh.
The great mastermind, Wolfred Sandor.
Apparently, the girl who did the voice of Jodariel also did the voice of the Gate Guardian.
He remained to the end. The bog dweller bird
Oh, look at Jodariel and Pamitha chilling back there. They did become friends.
enchantments. She remained till the end. The reader at last made the night wings whole, having bound them together. She remained till the end. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in a braid till the end. They follow the stars, bound together, strands in a braid till the end.
The gang's all here.
Now at the end, as we bid farewell and return to the stars, we shall find our way home.
That's so anime. Yeah, it kind of is.
We shall find our way home. We shall find our way
Hmm. What's that? Looks like a library. Mm-hmm. The shimmer. Is the shimmer well gonna open? The end. Alright. That was absolutely lovely experience. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hats off to Supergiant Games. And look at that, true Nightwing campaign mode unlock. I guess also a hat off to the late great Total Biscuit for exposing me to this game. Fuck, Mike. This means I don't get to hear Wolfred and the Minstrel again. Yeah. Maybe I need to start doing private sessions. The only reason I'm here by forever. Is this like... Is this the guy version of, like, a titty streamer? Just a guy doing sexy voices? The minute he stops doing that, everyone's like, no, no, I'm out. No tits, bye forever. Well, that was fun. It really was. I guess eventually I'm gonna have to go ahead and play Hades as well. Which, I'm sure Heather's gonna be hyped for, because then we're gonna be back to doing a bunch of voices, because I don't think that game has a lot of voice acting. Actually, I don't think any of the... No, I was about to say, like, none of the games have any, like, particular bit of voice acting to it, aside from, like, narration, but that's not true. Some of the antagonists in Transistor do speak to you. Yeah. And then after that, we also have Hades too as well. So there's going to be more. I also have a sneaky suspicion I'm going to start getting suggestions to play a bunch of games where I have to narrate as well. Be fun. But man, I feel a bit winded after that last bit. Because that was like a solid hour of like non-stop reading and narrating. Fortunately, I didn't have to like swap between voices all the time, but it took it a bit out of me. Okay. Well, there's no time to start something else now. Hey, I wasn't even being horny. Or not that much. Okay, I think we're gonna call it here. Because it's no point in me trying to like start a new stream now. So instead, we're gonna be back on Thursday, and we're gonna be playing a spooky game. A game called Made of Skur, which I have very little knowledge of what it's like, but it's gotten some decent reviews, so I'm interested to see what it's going to be about. It's apparently based on Welsh folklore, which is interesting. Maybe that was for me because always. That's true. Or it could be for both of us. Yeah. My impression of Made of Skur is that it's going to be something Amnesia-like, but we'll see. It says, brave the nightmares of the quiet ones. Do not panic. Don't even breathe. Well, sorry, sir, but I'm going to have to breathe. So, okay. That'll be fun. I'm sure. So, as we call this a day, we should raid someone. Let's raid Slimy. Yeah, she's streaming a bit of Warframe right now. So yeah, we'll be back on Thursday. And with that, oh, and also the Discord is now up and running. The link to it is right below. Forgot to say that last time. So yeah, just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.